talking in the chat and whoever is Okay, it's 10:15. We'll be starting the stream right now, and let's go. So this is the flight plan. The flight plan right now is that we'll be taking off from OMBB Dubai International Airport, and then heading towards the Dubai frame, then Burj Khalifa, downtown Dubai, then towards Kite Beach, then towards Boat Hotel, Palm Jumeirah, the Marina Tower, then Al Maktoum International Airport, then Motor City, and back to the Festival City. Then we'll be turning for our downwind lane, and finally, we'll be landing back in the which is Dubai International. The flight plan is right on the screen, which you can see right now. So, this is the aircraft we'll be flying today. It's Cessna G172 Skyhawk with the G1000 cockpit. Okay. Okay, we'll be starting right now. I'll just bump up the game sounds and bring you back to the screen. You guys can say hi to me in chat and I'll respond immediately. Okay. We are back into the game. Just drop me a message or something. Give me a second. We are ready to go. So just say hi to me chat and let me know. If you're wondering what VFR means, it means Visual Flight Rules. Okay, we are in the cockpit. This is the Cessna 172 G1000 cockpit. I'm not sure who all have joined because I see the chat is kind of dark right now. Okay, so yeah, the sheet right now I'm holding up is called the checklist, which I'm going to use to have a safe flight actually. Okay, so before we do anything, we need to check a few things. So what we do is it's called a pre-flight checklist. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll do an external walk around. What we see is we need to see if there's any kind of damages to the aircraft, and then we fly. Okay. So pitot tube covers are removed. Maintenance status has been checked. Magnetos is inside the aircraft, which has been checked. Control lock is removed. Master switch to on. Master switch.
TOS system test. Okay.
And then I'm just going to bring the flaps so that see the flaps working properly. I'm not sure who's on or off because I don't see anyone in the chat. Just drop a hi and I'll just make sure that all of you are with me. Okay. Then yeah, avionics are off, primary flight display was on, fuel quantity has been checked. Okay. Low fuel annunciator has been checked, low voltage and low volume has been checked. And then avionics 1 to on, check. Okay, to off, avionics 2 to on, check, and then off. Pitot heat checked, master switch off. Alternate static air port has been checked. Then trim controls, takeoff position, which has been set to takeoff. And then fuel shutoff valve check, fuel selector valve has been to the center, fire extinguishers has been checked, and then the Hobbs reading right now is 0005 checked, arrow checked, and G1000 reference guide has been checked. Okay, so it's time to start up the aircraft. Master switches to on. We're going to wait for the primary flight display to boot up, as well as the avionics switches can come on, and I'm going to wait for the secondary display also to boot up. Before we start the engine, I'm going to ask clearance for the ATC. So what we do is we call up ATC and then say, name of the aircraft today we are flying is Dubai, Air Dubai 8413, Dubai City Tour. Okay, so what we'll be doing right now is, okay, my secondary display is also on. So we have the map in our secondary display. We have low oil pressure because the engines are not yet on. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm gonna call up ATC now and ask for clearance. Okay, I don't need it. Right. We are done with all this. I'm gonna ask for pushback.
Dubai ground Air Dubai 841 requesting pushback.
Air Dubai 841 pushback request accepted.
I'm going to release the parking brake for the pushback plug to push me back. So he's going to come and push the aircraft back. The flaps are checked. I can bring it to takeoff position now. Thanks whoever is joining in. Please leave a like and hit the subscribe button. Also, I'm looking at the chat. You guys can chat with me in the live chat. Yep. Whoever is joining in, please leave a sub. That will be very helpful for me. Okay, we are just starting to push back. There we go. Okay. As a rule of thumb, we always take off into the wind, so that's what we'll be doing today too. The international airport, general aviation has 2 runways in Dubai. We're going to be using one of them. Okay. I'm going to ask him to get
Dubai ground Air Dubai 841 requesting pushback tuck to steer the aircraft to the left.
It's a very small aircraft.
Air Dubai 841 your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Runway to take off. So we'll be using just a bit of the runway.
Dubai ground Air Dubai 841 requesting the end of pushback.
Air Dubai 841 request to end pushback received.
I'm going to set the parking brake again and then go through the before start checklist. Pre-flight inspection has been completed, passenger seatbelts are on and the pilot seatbelts are on. Both the windows and the doors has been secured. then yeah, I'm gonna turn on the uh, passenger briefing. You guys have been briefed. We're going to be flying to the city of Dubai at a very low altitude of about 1000 or maybe 500 feet maybe, and then yeah, electrical equipment has been checked, avionics switch has been turned off, fuel selector to both has been done, or I'm going to on the alternate battery, and then yeah, starting the engine, throttle to 25%, mixture full, standby battery switch is ready, bussy volts 24 volts, check, and bus volts check, battery has been checked, standby battery annunciator check, propeller. What we do right now is we actually in the real world we pop our head out of the window and shout clear prop. That's to make sure that no one is near the aircraft when I turn on the propeller and they don't get hurt. Okay, thank you. And then now, yeah, before we start the propeller, we'll have to turn the beacon and taxi and landing lights. Nav and strobe lights can come on too. I'm going to turn on.
Dubai ground Emirates 724 request taxi to the gate.
Now,
Emirates 724 taxi to gate Delta 8 via taxiway Juliet 4 Zulu Juliet 3 Juliet.
that's not for me, that's for another aircraft. Yeah. Now I'll be turning on the fuel pump. Wait for it.
Taxiing to gate Delta 8 using taxiway Juliet 4 Zulu Juliet 3 Juliet Emirates 724.
Fuel pump can come on. Mixture control is set to full, no issues there. Fuel pump can go off. Magnetos to both, and magnetos to both, and then we can start the engine in one. Yeah. We have set the bottom brakes. We'll have to set the throttle to 1000 RPM. Throttle set to 1000 RPM. Yeah. Engine amps are checked in positive. We don't have any issues with the battery. Check. Okay, fuel flow is good. It's green. Next, lights have been checked and mixture has been checked. Okay, now we'll be taxiing to the runway. It's a VFR.
Dubai ground air Dubai 841 tree with Alpha request taxi for takeoff departure to the east.
Air Dubai 841 taxi to and hold short of runway 30 right using taxiway Papa Niner November 12. Contact tower on 119.05 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 30 right via taxiway Papa Niner November 12 air Dubai 841 tree.
Okay, we're going to part of 3830, right? Okay, we're ready. Taxi to go over here.
Door 1508, turn next taxiway.
I'm just looking up the charts to verify the taxi. larger aircraft, 20 knots per smaller, because yeah, we don't need a lot of speed to take off this aircraft at all. So I'm not going to use the entire runway because it's a very small aircraft and we don't need the entire runway to take off. I'm going to line up soon now. We're taxiing parallel to the runway downwind. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the suggestion for the sound. I'll be lining up on the runway 30R right now. I'm just going to stop here, ask for my takeoff clearance, and then before we ask for takeoff clearance, I'm going to do the before takeoff checklist. Parking brakes set. Okay, before takeoff checklist. It's a big long checklist. I'm just going to rush through it as far. Parking brake set. Pilot and passenger seats are back and stored. Seats and seat belts are have been done. Cabin doors are locked. Flight controls will be checked right now. Okay. Full left, full right, full down, full up, and full left rudder, full right rudder. Okay, I'm gonna do that again from the outside. Full left, full right, full down, full up, full left rudder, full right. Okay. Flight controls are free and checked. Altimeters. This is one thing I have to do right now. I'm gonna set my altimeter to whatever the ATIS tells me. I guess it's, I have
Dubai Airport information Alpha 0300 Zulu.
altimeter.
Wind 269 at 3.
Okay.
Visibility, Niner.
Altimeter is 2992. I'm gonna set that. So. Okay, altimeter has been set, and then autopilot is off, electric trim control is off, trim has been set for takeoff, altitude has been checked, fuel quantity checked again, electric magnetos. Okay, I'm gonna check my magnetos now. So as soon as I turn my magnetos, the battery should dip a bit and then come back up. Okay, so magnetos to just to the left, magnetos to both, magneto left. I'm checking for the battery. set to idle. Throttle is less than 1000 rpm. Throttle friction rock had been adjusted. Mixture has been set to full, and all the circuit breakers are fine. Soft keys has been checked, and we are not using the transponder. It's going to be a visual flight. We are not using the transponder at all. Departure briefing has been completed. Wing flaps set to 10 degrees. Cabin windows closed and locked. Strobe lights are on. Landing lights can come on now, and brakes can release, and we can do our takeoff. Okay, we're gonna line up, and then before we line up, I'm gonna ask for clearance. Okay.
Dubai Tower Air Dubai 841 tree ready for east departure at runway 30 right.
Air Dubai 841 cleared for takeoff runway 30 right departure to the east approved.
I'm gonna line up, apply my brakes, slow down, and then take off.
Air Dubai 841 acknowledge last transmission.
Cleared for takeoff runway 30 right Air Dubai 841 tree.
Okay, we are lined up. Throttle to 50. I'm gonna wait for it to spool up. Throttle full. And we have to go. I'm gonna wait for 55 knots and then start boosting. Takeoff speed. Flying east now towards the city. Okay, we have to take off like fast. The first
Air Dubai 841
destination
continue
is
for east departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
train, which is quite close to the airport. After we head to Dubai train, we'll head to Burj Khalifa and downtown Dubai. We're flying quite low.
Dubai Tower Air Dubai 841 tree continue for east departure.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
We're headed towards the Dubai train. Thank you. Yeah, cave noise has been reduced. I'm not sure if the Dubai frame is properly represented in this simulator. Then I'm trying to find it.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
We're quite
don't
low.
sink,
That's why
don't
the
sink,
sink rate
don't
warning has
sink,
been coming up.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
The
don't
Dubai
sink,
frame should
don't
be
sink,
somewhere
don't
right
sink.
over here.
500.
I don't think
Don't sink.
it's been
Air Dubai
represented.
8413, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Yeah, that's
don't
the
sink.
Dubai Tower
frame.
Air Dubai 8413 frequency change.
Sink.
500.
We are flying right
Don't
towards the
sink,
Dubai
don't
Tower,
sink,
then
don't
we'll head
sink,
towards the.
Don't sink.
Uh,
Don't sink.
I am
don't sink,
flying at an
don't
altitude
sink,
of about
don't
500
sink,
feet.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
That
don't
this
sink,
is the
don't
Dubai
sink,
Tower, which
don't
I
sink,
don't think
Don't sink.
the
don't
way
sink,
it
don't
really
sink,
looks in real life.
Don't sink.
500.
You can clearly
don't
see it from
sink,
here.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Don't worry about the
don't
sink rate warning.
Don't sink.
As soon as I
don't
climb
sink,
higher,
don't
that's
sink,
gonna go away.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
This is the frame. This is
Don't
the
sink,
Dubai
don't
frame.
sink,
We're in the
don't
downtown
sink,
area.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I hope my voice is much better in here now.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I
don't sink,
think it is
don't sink,
because I
don't
definitely
sink,
reduced the
don't sink,
game volume.
Don't sink.
Give me a thumbs up if my
don't
voice is
sink,
fine.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay, well,
don't
I'm not
sink,
gonna sink, dude.
Don't sink.
Chill.
Don't sink.
Okay. Now we'll circle around the Burj Khalifa, which is right in front of us. The white color mall you can see below the Burj Khalifa is the Dubai Mall. I'm gonna give you a good view of the Burj Khalifa outside view. The building below us is the Dubai Mall, and the building in front of us is Burj Khalifa. That's the Dubai Mall. I'll circle around the Burj Khalifa and climb in a bit, and then we'll head towards Kite Beach. The area you are looking at right now is downtown Dubai. Back to the Burj Khalifa. There should be a pretty good view for you guys. Perfect. We're gonna head towards Kite Beach. We're gonna head towards Kite Beach and then circle around the boat hotel, and then we're gonna head towards Palm Jumeirah, circle around Palm Jumeirah, head towards the Maktoum Tower, which is also called the Marina 101 Tower, and then head towards Al Maktoum International Airport, back towards Dubai Motor City, and we're gonna come to Festival City and then land back into Dubai International Airport. So the entire shoreline which you can see right over here is called the Kite Beach. Do you guys like the external views or the cockpit views? This is what the cockpit views looks like. Okay, we are going to be flying over Kite Beach now. We are at an altitude of 1000 feet. The hotel which is just approaching us, looks like a boat. It's called the boat hotel. Yeah, the cockpit view is quite realistic. The night, you should look at the night scenery, man. It's damn good. If you guys are okay with it, if you guys if you guys want the scene to continue, we can do a short flight in the A320 from Bangalore to Chennai. If you guys want it, if more than 5 people say yes, I will definitely do it. We're gonna head towards the boat hotel and then circle around that to give you some views and then head towards Palm Jumeirah. I hope you guys can see the camera. Enjoy the views. You guys can still hear me talk, but then yeah, enjoy the views. Okay, I've got 2 yeses. Let me tell you guys, this is gonna take another I guess 15 minutes, and then we can do the A320 flight. This is the boat hotel. Circle around it, quite low. Sorry for that. Just trying to control the Okay. We are done with the circling. Now let's head towards Palm Jumeirah. Palm Jumeirah is a completely man-made island, which you can see approaching us right in front of us. It's in the shape of a palm, as you can see right over here. It's completely man-made. One of the main attractions in Dubai. As we fly over it, we're gonna fly over it, circle around the Al Maktoum Tower, and head towards Al Maktoum International Airport. I'm not landing in Al Maktoum International Airport. We're just gonna fly over it. We're flying over the Palm Jumeirah now. As I told you, it's a completely man-made island. Okay, this is the cockpit view. Updates are going to come for this Microsoft Flight Simulator. Reality, they don't fly at this altitude. Maybe a helicopter does, which usually Dubai has a city tour and a chopper, so the chopper flies at around 500 to 1000 feet. These small aircrafts are designed to fly at around 4000 to 5000 feet. maximum ceiling of this aircraft, this particular aircraft, is 14,000 feet. Okay, I'm making a turn towards the Maktoum Tower. The white building you see in front of is the Maktoum Tower. Guys, whoever's here, please leave a sub and like on the video if you guys are liking the stream. Okay, so that's the Maktoum Tower. It's just gonna fly right past it. Headed towards the Al Maktoum International Airport. I'm going to climb a bit, so gain a bit of altitude and then bring in more people, guys. Call in whoever is interested in aviation or any of the traveling related content. Call them in. Anyone's welcome in the stream. This part is kind of boring because it's just desert. Yeah. You're flying at an altitude of about 1,600 feet. How do I know how much fuel is left? There's a fuel indicator in the secondary display. Okay, there we go. There is the fuel quantity indicator. Okay, we'll be flying over the airport any time now. Okay, still quite a way from the airport. Then I don't want to bore you guys. Thanks, Harsha. Thanks. You can ask me any kind of questions. I'm here to answer anything you guys about Dubai, as well as about the aircraft, about aviation, or anything you want to know. No personal questions though. I can't drive fast, man. It's at maximum speed now. See, we'll be flying over the airport right now. This is the Dubai Investments Park area. That's what the engine is. That's how fast the engine can go. It's a very small aircraft. If you wait for a while, maybe in another 15 minutes, people want me to fly an airliner from Bangalore to Chennai. It's a A320. It's a very fast aircraft, quite fast, which you guys mostly travel. Yeah, the sound of the aircraft is really good, especially when I bring the power down or up. You should hear the A320 engine. A320 engine is beautiful, just beautiful. What are the major precautions taken in an emergency landing? It depends on what the emergency is. If it is an engine failure, we usually make sure that we are on a good glide path and we are landing into a safe zone. Otherwise, if there's an emergency on board, suppose a passenger is hurt or you want to go back, then we make sure we make it in as fast as time possible. And then if there is an fire emergency, let's say, we talk to the ATC, we make sure we head towards the closest airport and then we head back. The pilots do a lot of calculations before we take off. There's something called as the equal distance point and the point of safe return. So if you are before those points, we usually come back to the airport. If we are not, then we go towards the destination. It's not low fuel, man. Don't worry. We still have a lot of fuel. If it's low fuel, it will give me a warning on the primary flight display. We still have a lot of fuel, almost maybe 40% more fuel. I'll show it to you if you want to see. We have 43% of fuel. We still have a lot of fuel. This aircraft has a range of about 200 nautical miles, so it can go quite a bit far. Now we'll be flying over the Dubai Motor City. It's the racetrack, and then once we're done with that, we'll head towards the academic city and back towards the airport. Yeah, this should be the racetrack we should be flying over right now. This should be the racetrack. Yep. That's the racetrack, I guess. This is the Motor City. Okay, in case of a low fuel emergency, we look at the nearest possible airports. We usually have an alternate airport planned, but then if that's not available, we calculate something called as a point of safe return. If you're before that point, we come back to the airport which we departed from. If we are after that point, we have no other choice but to continue to our destination. We rarely have low fuel emergencies because the computers on board the modern aircrafts are very, very accurate, and we rarely have low fuel emergencies. And most of the calculations are done by the computer itself. We don't take a lot of things into our own hand. If you guys want me to show you, I can put it on autopilot and show you how accurate that is. Yep. I'm just going to turn on my autopilot and hold my altitude is set to, my altitude has been set to, my hands are totally off the controls. Whatever is being done by the autopilot. I'm not touching the controls at all. You can see right here. My hands are completely out of the controls. I'm not touching the controls at all. My hands are off. The aircraft is flying itself. I can even turn the aircraft by telling it to go to a certain heading. For example, here, I wanted to go to
Dubai Tower with zone 240 ready to go runway 30 right IFR to seed.
London 248 cleared for takeoff runway 30 right.
If I click on that,
Caution the
it's gonna
generic,
turn
taking off
around
runway
itself.
30 left.
It's completely trimmed out. It's completely automated. I don't have to do anything at all. It flies to that heading whichever I selected right.
Cleared
The
for
computers are
takeoff
very,
runway
very
30
accurate.
right with M248.
Okay, I'm gonna disengage the autopilot and I'm gonna take the control back. Hey, no issues. Just join into the stream. Okay. So we are over the academic area. Now we'll be heading back towards the downtown area, and we'll just fly over the festival city area, and then we'll head back towards the airport. Is it difficult to land the aircraft or take off? Landing and takeoff both are very stressful parts of the flying for any pilot, because we're looking out for traffic, we're looking out for any kinds of failures that can happen. Most accidents happen during landing or takeoff, not during cruise. And for me personally, as a student pilot, landings is the most difficult part to learn compared to takeoffs. But then landings are quite fun though. I'll just, when we come in for a landing in this one, you will see how it looks like. Landings are quite difficult to learn compared to takeoffs. That's the Dubai Festival City. It's a nice kind of park-like area, but I don't think there's idle rides and stuff like that. You can do a lot of shopping, and each different country has been represented by their decor kind of stuff. Okay, and I'm not gonna head back towards
London
the
248
downtown
contact
area.
departure on ONE 26.025.
I'm gonna head towards the airport, make a right turn, circle around and come back for landing. We're gonna fly parallel to the airport for a while.
126.025 from Zone 248.
Landing, you can ask me questions about landing. Landing is quite an interesting topic. There's something called instrument landings, which the aircraft itself guides you to the runway almost till touchdown. We just take over before the touchdown so that it's not a rough landing. But then the autopilot itself can land the aircraft on its own. I don't have to do anything at all. I can show you that maybe if we are flying from Bangalore to Chennai in the A320. Okay, we are headed back towards the airport. I'm just gonna check my VFR map so that we usually have a map like this. We look at the points on the external points. We just have a reference point. For example, now there's a river. I can see a river right over here, so we should be somewhere over here. That's how we reference in a visual flight. And we obviously have a map on the screen in the newer aircrafts, and I can see airport lights right in front of us. I'm not coming in for the landing there right now. What I'm going to do is fly over it, fly parallel to it, and then come back for land. आज का LS टेस्ट में I got 23 bro. Though question, I feel sir had put the wrong option. सर को बोला ना. That's the airport. I'm not gonna land into the airport right now. I'm gonna make a right turn. I'll turn, go for a while, and then make my left turn again, line up with the runway, and come back to land. But then I'll have to ask the clearance for landing. Okay. He's gonna give me a transponder.
Approach Air Dubai 841 tree is type Cessna Skyhawk 3 miles south of Dubai. Request flight following.
Air Dubai 841 approach. Squawk 5661.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Squawk 5661 Air Dubai 841 tree.
There we go. Go
Air
ahead.
Dubai 841 radar contact 3 miles south of Dubai at 1,300 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Altimeter has been checked. Suppose let us assume the engines are off on mid-air. What happens immediately? How much time can you glide in it? We can glide for a while. It depends on what altitude we are and what speed
You
we
are
are.
2 linear miles northwest.
Definitely.
Climb and maintain 5,500
but then,
feet. Keep speed below 185
what we do
knots.
is,
Expect ILS
we try to
runway 30
bring up the
left
engines
approach
back
via
to
Nova
life
transition.
so that we can land safely. If you're not able to bring the engines back to life and we are over a safe patch of land, let's say, for example, a hayfield or a farm or
Climb and
something like
maintain
that, we try to land
5,500 feet.
over there.
Keep speed below 185 knots. Expect ILS runway 30 left approach via OBOT transition. Clear to OBOT generic 209er.
Arabia 466016 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 1,700 feet. Keep speed below 185 knots. Expect ILS runway 30 approach via
I'm
Knoxville
not doing
transition.
a ILS
Clear to
instrument.
Knoxville.
Okay, you want me to do a aileron roll? Okay, that is.
Copy Air Dubai
I'll do
841
it.
tree.
I'll do it for this. Full power, let's go up.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Keep speed below
It's
185 knots.
this is the
Expect
first
ILS
one. I'll
runway
definitely do
30
it.
approach via
I'm
Knoxville
gonna climb
transition.
to a
Clear to
safe
Knoxville,
altitude
radius
and then
466.
maybe 4,000 feet. We're at 2,000, about 1,000 feet more, and then I'll do it. This is it's a Garmin G1000 on this also. I'm not sure. Yeah, we usually, we as pilots, we practice stalls and spins at height of around 4,000 or 6,000 feet. When you go to flight school, you'll do it, man. You'll definitely do it, man. feet. I'll just take it to safe, and I'm not sure. Then
Airway 413 contact approach.
That's
Runway
it.
22.5.
We're in a. I'm gonna stabilize the aircraft now. Did you guys let me know if we never do it, dude. We just do it during our training just so that we are able to recover the aircraft. But then, yeah.
Airway 8413. Did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna turn into base now. Yeah, that was the call was for me.
Going to 182.5 Air by 841
The gaming setup, I'm not using a joystick. I'm using just the side stick. I don't have the rudder pedals connected yet. The specs of the game. Are you asking me the specs of the PC I'm using? I'm using
Sierra
a
209er. Please
two-speed
expedite your climb to
two PC setup. I'm using a MacBook to stream, and I'm using my PC for the game. I'm in base, and before I turn final.
Approach air to by 841 2,700 feet.
Air to by 841 approach. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Tower air to by 841 is 7 miles southeast with alpha to land.
He's gonna give me a
Air
straight
by
on.
841
Yeah.
tower.
We're getting a
Break
straight
straight
on.
in runway 0 right. Altimeter 29.902 wind 269
I'm just gonna show you the wind so that we don't have a problem.
Air to by 841 clear to land runway 30
We
right.
have a very
Wind
slight
269 at tree.
wind.
Caution the generic. Landing runway 30 left.
We have a caution. Yeah, we're clear to land. We are
Clear
aircraft
to
is
land runway
landing already.
30 right air to by 841
What in case of a major turbulence? Turbulence doesn't affect the aircraft much.
Emirates
It just
614
it just
contact
bumps in
departure
the
on
air.
ONE 20
We
decimal
usually
25.
avoid to fly into weather like that, but then turbulence doesn't do a lot of damage to the aircraft. If you want to know
500.
more about turbulence, follow Boeing Boy on YouTube
Going to ONE 20
and watch his
decimal
videos.
25 Emirates.
He made a video on
614.
turbulence. It's quite a good video. Okay, I can't see the poppies for some reason. Poppies haven't rendered. It's fine. Okay, power plant. They're on the center line. We should be good on the ledge, so I'm aiming right down the runway.
Air to by 841 go around.
Okay, we have landed on.
Tower generic Kilo November, Echo 209er miles southeast inbound ILS runway 30 left approach.
Generic Kilo November Echo 209 tower. Cleared ILS runway 30 left approach. Altimeter 29.902 wind 269 at tree. Emirates 347 cleared to land runway 30 left. Number 2
I'm
for
gonna
landing.
taxi out and
Follow
turn.
the aircraft on final.
What is the airspeed required during landing? For this aircraft, it's around
Cleared
65
ILS
knots.
runway 30 left approach.
65 to
Generic 209er.
50 knots. For different aircraft, it's different speeds.
Cleared to
For
land
large
runway
aircraft,
30
it's
left number
for
2 Emirates
let's say a
347.
A320, the airspeed is around We land around 140 knots, usually 135 to 145 knots, safe airspeed to land. I hope you guys like the landing. It was kind of a smooth landing. I'm going towards the general aviation parking area. I don't think any planes will be parked right now because Dubai is kind of a busy airport, and we usually don't have general aviation aircraft within the large aircraft area.
Emirates 347 go round.
Okay.
Emirates 363, turn next taxiway.
Stop
Tamira
here.
209er.
Yeah, as you guys asked for it, we still have a lot of time. It'll be around a 1 hour flight from Bangalore to Chennai. Do you guys want to do it?
Cleared to land runway 30 left generic
Meet
209.
RCB squad, dude. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay. Parking brake set, and we'll do the engine off.
Going around Emirates 347.
Okay.
Emirates 363, turn next taxiway.
Brake off, throttle idle.
Emirates
Make sure
347,
I'm gonna cut
contact
it off.
approach on ONE 24.9er.
The drop should shut down. There we have it. I can turn off the warnings. Avionics 1 and 2 off. Magnetos
Going to
to
ONE 24.9er, Emirates 347.
and alternate battery off, and then hobs I'm gonna check. So we did around it was
Emirates 363, turn next
00005, and I think it was around yeah, it was around a 50-minute flight. Okay, hobs has been checked, mixture checked, magnetos and keys is checked, standby battery checked, and fuel selector to left or right. I'm just gonna put it to either one. Chocks, and yeah, there we go. We have it. That's the shutdown of the aircraft, and let's have a look around how it looks. That's how it looks right now. Okay, I'm gonna play some music. Set up with the A320. I'll just have to run the game again, and then we'll start with the Bangalore to Chennai flight. If you guys are interested, we can stop it right now if you guys want. Okay. Bring this down and this. I can still talk to you guys, and yeah. How many years required for a pilot to get a promotion from domestic aircraft? There's nothing as such. You can start off with an international aircraft. There's nothing as such. Okay. I have a question for you guys. Do you guys want live weather and live time, or do you want me to do a clear weather flight? We have a few clouds here in Bangalore, so that might show up on the game. I mean the simulator. I'm setting up the Bangalore to Chennai flight, and right now it takes around 5 minutes. Doesn't take a lot of time. VOBL to. And which livery do you want me to fly? Go Air, Indigo, AirAsia, Air India. I want to fly Air India. Air India is a nice livery. I'm going to fly the Air India. I don't know why I like the Air India aircraft. Bye bye. Okay, we don't need a lot of fuel. I'm going to keep it at 40%. AirAsia. I'll try to find AirAsia. We have the AirAsia America livery. We don't have the AirAsia India. I feel Air India should be fine. TK OP. Tapesh Kumar OP, man. Yeah, man. I don't have the AirAsia India livery, dude. I'll try the Air India. What books do you refer about aircraft info and stuff? We have a lot of books, man. We have manuals for each aircraft. We have definitely. I don't know why the ad is playing. Okay. We have manuals. We have.
अटेंड कीजिए वेडिंग स्यापा ऑफ द ईयर गिनी वेड्स सनी आइएगा जरूर सिर्फ
We have manuals. We have technical books. We have Met books. RK Valley, IC Joshi, and Oxford are for CPL. We have SpiceJet. Do you guys want to fly SpiceJet? I guess not. I'm looking for the Air India. I don't think I have. I can't find the Air India. Let's fly the SpiceJet. Okay. ABC SpiceJet. We are flying SpiceJet flight 1499. Aircraft selection is done, livery is done, getting balance is done, please. Okay, good. You have the flight plan. It's going to be a flight of about 40 minutes. Okay, you have that. We are ready. Okay. Lifetime and live weather. We have rain. It's going to be an interesting takeoff. Okay, we're ready to fly. It's just loading up, and then try that Honor, the resurrection jet of airways that took place today. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what that is.
In the States, I be talking to some foreigners. Like I'm 45 when I drop, I deploy it. Whole damn city gon' shake for real. That's a nigga what it really takes for real. I be eating steaks for real. Shawty got dessert and that's cake for real. Lavish lifestyle, got a taste for bills. Bet these rap tricks from the pay the bills. All I hear is all these copies, but nobody pays for
We're almost back.
Trees won't go, the windows up, we gon' hop
Turn
out.
on the music volume. Bring up the game sounds now. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up the game sounds now. There we go. Yep, we are back, and there we are. I don't know what view we are in. We are stuck in some view. I'm not sure what's wrong. I'm just gonna do something. Okay, we might have to load it again. Okay, we have a problem here. The jetway is inside us. I might have to load the game again. No issues. Let me restart it. Hope it doesn't spawn me in again into the jetway. Yeah, I do. Jet Airways is coming back, and I'll download the Jet Airways livery for you guys soon. I hope I don't have a problem again now. Okay. Oh my god, the jetway is inside us. I can't turn on anything now, dude. This is bad. I'll have to go back to the main menu and do it. I'll do it anyhow. Okay, sorry for that. I'll be back.
It's a drop top. I ain't loud, I can't come down, ain't gon' come down. We up now, I can't come down, ain't gon' come down. Pull up, sippin' on that Belvedere. Yeah, I'm about to action when the camera's near. Saying, hold up, don't be acting cavalier. You don't wanna find out who the man in here. Yeah, 6'4", 350.
Yeah, I know. It's confirmed.
The way I should kill, you could call it oatmeal. I'm bread fed like cornmeal. Watch you fuck it up on the screen. Now your niggas know how porn feel. I'm passing, pricing you pass it. Hesitant while I pass it. Treat that don't make a pass it. Hesitant while y'all after relevance. I just bask in benefits of my glory. I say, bitch, I ain't telling no stories. I got a whole city with me. I just wanna dance with somebody with me. Put my whole weight on the table like tip me. This boy on the way, you can't tip me. Oh, the trees won't go, the windows up, we gon' hotbox. Drink pole, boy, I'm in the cut, it's a drop top.
Okay, I hope it doesn't mess it up this time, dude. I really hope it doesn't mess it up this time.
We up now, I can come down, ain't gon' come down.
Now ain't gonna come down, never come down.
Which is your favorite aircraft? Right now it's the A320 because I know to fly. Soon will be, I am practicing for DCS, which is Digital Combat Simulator. We'll be flying fighter aircraft as well, which have very interesting procedures like the mid-air refueling, the carrier landings, the bombing missions, the air-to-air combat. It's gonna be good. Yeah, my favorite aircraft right now is the A320, hands down. I know the music is overpowering my voice because it's in the pause screen though. As soon as the game starts, the game sound is quite low. Don't worry about that. Time to bring down the music. Okay, pause the music. And Okay, we're back. I hope it doesn't do the same thing. Yep, good. It's the jetway is not being parked into us. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, first things first, external power on, batteries 1 and 2 on. And I want some lights in the cockpit, integrity lighting. Floodlights and integrity lighting can come on. Little bit of flood lighting here. The display lighting. This will be the message here. Displays are on. Overhead integrity lighting should come on. Yeah, there we go. And I don't think I need the floodlights anymore. And neither this. I need the integrity, but yeah, I don't need this. I'm gonna turn on the dome lights so that I can see a bit better. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put it to full. Okay, the aircraft is doing its self-test. So first things first, I'm gonna set the ADRS to left nav, right nav, and center nav. Yeah, I know this is even more realistic. Now I'm going to call up ATC and ask for clearance. I forgot things first.
Clearance delivery SpiceJet 149er VFR to Chennai, ready to copy.
Okay, when that's happening, I'm just going to set up something cost and extremely.
SpiceJet 149er is cleared to Chennai Airport as filed. Take off runway 27 right, climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.9 squawk 0602.
0602 for SpiceJet 149er.
SpiceJet 149er cleared to Chennai Airport as filed. Take off runway 27 right, climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 118.9 squawk 0602.
Okay, now we're gonna.
SpiceJet 149er read back correct.
Okay.
Contact ground on ONE 21.775.
Thank you, Kumar. Now I'm gonna contact ground. Ask for the catering and the baggage. Baggage can come now.
Ground SpiceJet 149er, could you please send the baggage?
Just to show you guys, I'm gonna turn on the nav and logo lights.
SpiceJet 149er baggage is on the way.
Don't need this. Okay, beacon can come on. Stove, not right now. I don't want to blind anyone. Crew oxygen supply is not required right now. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you how it looks from the outside. This is the aircraft being set up. Baggage is being loaded over here. It should get connected right now. If you guys can see, this will get connected, and all your bags will get loaded into the aircraft right now. Okay, back into the cockpit. I'm going to ask for catering.
Ground SpiceJet 149er, could you please send the catering truck?
Okay, good there.
SpiceJet 149er, the catering truck is on the road.
Victor Delta Sierra, what does it mean? Victor stands for V, Delta stands for D, Sierra stands for S, because DS. Catering service is done. Before we let the passengers in, I'm just waiting for the ADRS to align. Okay, this should be a very short flight. Don't worry about that. I'm just waiting for that ADRS to align soon. In aviation, we have all the short forms because we can't. We shouldn't mistake the pronunciation of the ATC. So we have terms for each of the letters. For example, Victor for V, Kilo for K, Alpha for A, and etc. 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 Okay, we can start the passenger boarding. I'm going to ask the jetway to be connected.
Ground SpiceJet 149er, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Okay.
SpiceJet 149er, the jetway is going to be connected.
Still the yeah, I can do one more thing before maybe I'm gonna do this. Crude oxygen supply. Come on. I'm just gonna. That's not it ready. Okay. You guys can ask me questions about this aircraft. You can ask me what any of the switches do. I've already told you in the last stream, but then if you guys want me to tell it again, I can do that too. Okay, yeah, that was the door opening, and then yeah, passengers should be boarding right now. I'm not doing anything else. Yeah, what else? Don't you feel it's bad weather to take off? It is bad weather, but then it's not bad enough for me to abort the takeoff. These aircrafts are quite sturdy. You don't have to worry about that. I'm just waiting for the GPRS to align. Should be there in any moment now. Like extremely bad weather, like a tornado where the winds are more than 50 knots, we don't take off. But then it's not that bad. I can show you what the ATIS says. I'll just, if at all it works, I'll just show you.
Victor Oscar Bravo Lima Airport
this is
information
what
Kilo
the
1800.
wind is calm.
Wind calm.
Sky condition,
Visibility,
few clouds.
tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 900 feet, few clouds at 4,000 feet, few clouds at 12,200 feet. Temperature, 25, 2.10. Altimeter, 29.75. ILS runway 27 right in use. Landing and departing runway 27 right. VFR aircraft, say direction of
There
flight.
we go. So
All aircraft
it's
read
good
that.
enough. It's good enough. We don't have to worry about that. Okay, we have our maps aligned. I'll just before I check my flight plan, I'm just going to do a few more things. Zero fuel weight and block weight has been set already. I'm not sure why it's not showing up. IRS has been checked. I am not expecting any kind of a cruise level. I say 36,000 feet. So flight level 360. Yeah, and 51 degrees Celsius. There you go. Flight plan. I'll just check
Ground
the
Air
flight
India
plan before
5,
that.
01 requesting
These
pushback.
speeds are ready. We are doing a flaps 2
Air India
takeoff
5,
with
01 pushback. Request
one
accepted.
up trim. Wait a second, it should be 2/1 up. 2/1. There we go. And yeah, I'll just check the flight plan if the flight plan is correct. Plan mode. We're departing out of the runway. Yep, the flight plan is good. And then back to arc mode. Flight plan is good. Everything else has been set. Performance, program, direct init data. Yeah, fuel is done. Everything else is good. Okay, we are ready for the jetway to be disconnected. Passengers should be boarded by now.
Ground Spice Jet 149er, could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Yep, the jetway will be disconnected. I'll turn on my nose lights to taxi, and I don't need any other light to be on yet. Okay, and I'm going to go back to clearance and ask for taxi clearance.
Ground Spice Jet 149er with Kilo ready to taxi IFR.
Before we taxi, I'll turn on the auxiliary power unit.
And hold short of runway 27 right. Via taxiway Alpha.
The auxiliary power unit is a small engine at the back of the aircraft. This is the alternate power unit. We need to turn it on, then we can turn on our engines. What is the duty of the co-pilots? There's nothing such as like co-pilots do something and the captain does something. There's nothing as such. We have pilot monitoring and the pilot flying. Sometimes the co-pilot flies and sometimes the captain flies. Whoever is flying will fly the aircraft, and whoever is not flying, they monitor the instruments, they monitor if nothing is going wrong, they talk to the ATC. All that stuff is being done by the pilot who's not flying. and the pilot flying concentrates on his work. Okay, we have APU on, but then APU has to stabilize so that we can start pushback. So the APU is right over here, which you can hear right now. Okay, the APU is almost stabilized. Once this shoot comes to 0, where is the? We are departing from Bangalore, bro. This airport is not modeled properly in the sim. I don't know for what reason. We don't even have lights on the runway for some reason. Chennai airport looks quite good. Okay, we have APU power available. I'm going to turn the APU bleeds. Let's give some AC. It's kind of humid. There we go. Engine pumps can come on, and I'm gonna request pushback. Pushback.
Ground SpiceJet 149er requesting pushback.
SpiceJet 149er pushback request accepted.
So before we do that, I'm gonna release the parking brake for the Yep, so we can start our engines. Engine mode selected to ignition, engine 2 turning on. And pushback also should begin any moment. There we go. Engine 2 should start rotating now, which it is.
Ground Air India 1174 requesting pushback. 1174 pushback. Request accepted.
Ground SpiceJet 149er requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the right.
There you can see, you can hear the engine spooling up.
SpiceJet 149er, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
How do bro, we have something called the ILS, bro. That's what we use, instrument landing system. We don't have to see the runway actually. It's computers, and then the computers like detect something called the glide slope and the localizer, which we line up using radio, and then that is used to line up with the runway.
Ground SpiceJet 149er requesting the end of pushback.
Hey dude, lights have been modeled into the airport. That's
SpiceJet 149er request to end pushback received.
Okay, we can go back inside the cockpit, set parking brake. Engine number 2 is on.
1174 with Kilo ready to taxi IFR.
Engine number 1 can come on now. I'll just show you the engine number 1 start.
1174 taxi, 2 and hold short of runway 27 right using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on ONE 23.675 when ready.
No bro, the aircraft can't like come back on. Some aircraft can. There's something called reverse thrust, but then it uses a lot of fuel. That's why we rather have a pushback tug.
27 right using taxiway Alpha, Air India 1174.
Okay, engine number 1 is pulling up. How do you handle if the birds hit the engine? Usually the birds are very small, they just pass through the engine. They die obviously, but then it doesn't cause a lot of damage. But then if there's a big bird, then the engine does get damaged. We usually abort the takeoff or whatever we're doing, we come back and land. It's kind of an emergency. But the engines are designed in such a way that they're visible and the birds don't accidentally come into the engine. Okay, ground spoilers can come up, engine mode selected to normal, APU can come off. Right. We are on engine power, we can start our taxi. Okay. park brake. I'll just go to the engine pitch. Okay, good. Good engines. We are ready to taxi. Wait a second, I just want to make sure something. Okay, this one is my map. Okay, there. The lights are not modeled properly in this airport for some reason. I'm not sure why. Bangalore is quite a huge airport in real life. There's another aircraft taxiing right there. It's going to come off the runway, or yeah, he's on the taxiway. How do you handle that was done? Okay, I'm going to turn the aircraft on. Taxiway now. This is not the runway, this is the taxiway. And we have an aircraft coming in for landing, and I'm not going to disturb them. Okay, there we go. I'm maintaining a speed of less than 40 knots for this bird. It's a very aircraft can be called birds. It's quite a big aircraft. Small compared to large ones, but then yeah, we're maintaining less than 40 knots. I think that's a departing aircraft. I'm just going to ask for takeoff clearance anyway. At our holding point, and thrust idle, parking brake set. Before takeoff checklist, I'm just going to go through it. Seatbelt signs can come on, no smoking can come on, my dome light can go off. I don't need the dome light. Take off off, and the crew can be notified. The crew is notified, so that should be taken care of. And then landing lights and nose lights to take off, runway turn off lights can come on, landing lights come on, and strobe lights to on. We have all that done. This is how it's looking from the outside. How it's looking from the outside. Okay. I'm going to call up ATC and ask for takeoff clearance.
Tower SpiceJet 149er ready to go runway 27 right IFR to Chennai.
Hey, no issues, man. Join in for more such teams, dude. It's kind of very intriguing kind of topic. Aviation is kind of good. Okay, so we have our clearance. We're still holding short because another aircraft is coming for
Hold short
landing.
runway
I think
27 right,
aircraft.
SpiceJet 149er.
Yeah, he's coming in for landing, so I can't take off right now. I'm being told to wait. Hold short. Okay, he's landing right now. Okay, he's landed. Once he's off the runway, I'm going to get my clearance to go. We have another aircraft waiting right behind us to go. We have two more aircraft. We have live traffic, so these should be happening in the...
Go runway 31, exit runway when able.
Okay, as soon as he exits the runway, we're going to get a clearance. So we're quite ready. I'm going to release the parking brake now. Released, and we're ready to go. Till in India we have a transition altitude of 6,000 feet. Till 6,000 I'll be hand flying, then I'll put it into autopilot and do the switching and stuff like that. Okay, I can start my chronometer as soon as I get my clearance. I have my clearance.
Go runway 31, exit runway when able.
I'm waiting for that aircraft to exit. As soon as we line up, I'm going to start my chrono, and then we are off to Chennai. I'm just waiting for him to get off the runway. I guess he should be off the runway now. No, he's still on the runway. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Go runway 31, turn next taxiway.
Yeah, he's going to turn, I feel. And then we can have our clearance. For you guys who are liking the virtual experience, in a few months we are going to be flying real aircraft, maybe small aircraft. But then, yeah, we can't have a live stream though. We can have of videos recorded of those and posted on YouTube. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and
Go runway 31, turn next taxiway.
dude, I don't know what this guy is doing, dude. I don't know what he's doing. I will have to wait for him to go. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and have this stupid call. I don't know why. Okay. We have so many aircraft waiting right behind us.
Tower Ripley 6389er, 16 miles, east inbound for DME runway 27 right approach.
We don't have a visa. We have something called our flight log.
Runway 27 right approach.
So we can use that to get into most airports. We don't have to take a visa.
Go runway 31, turn next taxiway.
I'm not sure what he's still doing on the runway. He should be off the runway now.
Cleared VLR, DME runway 27 right approach, Ripley 6389er.
We don't have a particular visa. We have
Go
something called.
31, contact ground on ONE 21
So he's off the taxiway. I should get my clearance anytime now.
SpiceJet 149er cleared for takeoff runway 27
We
right.
have a clearance. Let's go.
Going to 121.65, go air 831.
I'll talk to you guys as soon as we are in the air and autopilot's on. Takeoff is kind of a stressful phase.
SpiceJet 149er, did you hear my last transmission?
I did hear that. Yeah. Okay.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right, SpiceJet
Before we go for
149er.
takeoff, I have to do one thing. Everything is checked. We're good to go. Ground spoilers are armed, and chronometer can start. Chronometer is just a clock, so I'm just starting that, and max RTO, maximum auto brakes, if at all we have to go around. Thrust to 40%. Waiting for the engines to stabilize. Stable engines, thrust full, thrust set to climb. That's not it. We have good climb.
SpiceJet 149er contact Chennai Center on 118.9er.
There we go. Acknowledge. And flaps can come
118.9er SpiceJet 149er.
I'm hand flying till 6,000 feet.
Position and hold Air India Flight 01.
After 1,000 feet, I'm gonna do flaps clean. No, we are already past 1,000 feet. Flaps clean. I'm just following the map over here.
Tower
It's
Air India
GPS guide.
1174 ready for IFR departure runway 27 right.
Okay, we're going.
Air India 1174, hold short runway 27 right. Traffic is generic on the runway.
Past 6,000 feet.
Air
I'm gonna
India
switch
Flight
off.
01 cleared for takeoff runway 27 right.
Yep, we are past 6,000 feet. Autopilot can come on.
Hold short runway 27 right. Air India 1174.
I've been cleared to 12,000 feet. I'm gonna tell it to
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 right. Air India Flight 01.
What if lighting strikes an aircraft? We have something called lighting ports. It just discharges the lighting strikes the aircraft surface and then it just gets discharged into the area. So it doesn't affect the aircraft a lot. But then if it is very severe, then the electrical
Cleared to
equipment
land
can
runway 27
get
right.
damaged.
36389.
Chennai Center SpiceJet 149er is at 8,000 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
SpiceJet 149er Chennai Center continue to be LA01 as planned.
Okay, we are past
Altimeter 29.75.
transition altitude. You can put it to standard. We're climbing to 12,000 feet.
SpiceJet 149er contact Bangalore Center on ONE 27.55.
SpiceJet 1499er to 127.55.
Going to 127.55 SpiceJet 149er.
Chennai Center Air India Flight 01 is at 4,100 feet, climbing 8,000 feet.
This is how it looks from the outside.
Air
Yep,
India
clear
Flight
takeoff.
01 Chennai
So
Center
what we can do
continue as
right
planned.
now is I can turn
Altimeter
off my
29.75.
landing lights, runway turn off lights can come off. Okay, and landing lights can come off, and nose lights can come off, wing lights can come off, nav and logo lights can come off, beacon and strobe to auto, and beacon has to stay on. And before I'm not gonna release the seatbelt signs before we reach our cruising altitude of 36,000 feet. So I'll just turn on the weather radar to show you how it looks. That's all. These are clouds.
Air India Flight 01, please expedite your climb to 8,000 feet.
Okay.
Bangalore
gonna
Center
give me
SpiceJet
give our,
149er
next
12,000 feet.
SpiceJet 1499er Bangalore Center, continue to be L803 as planned. Altimeter 29.75.
That's done. He's gonna give me my next altitude. I'm not sure why.
SpiceJet
Yeah, there we go.
1499er climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb and maintain flight level 240 SpiceJet 149er.
That's you guys can't see much, but all these are clouds. We are above the clouds now. Are you guys liking the views? Put a thumbs up in chat, say hi, ask me any questions, I'm here. I'm not flying the aircraft, autopilot is flying the aircraft. I'm giving it commands what to do though. Autopilot can't gauge the speed and stuff like that, so I have to tell it what speed, what altitude, etc, etc, etc. I can set it in the flight plan also. We can control the autopilot using these
commanders. Center on 118.9er.
118.9er, spice check 149er.
Okay, we have to start descending at
Chennai Center, spice jet 149er is climbing through 15,500 feet for flight level 240.
Dude, this is the A320, it's not the 737. 737 is still not available on the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is the aircraft type, the Boeing 737. This is an Airbus. Okay, we are almost, we're climbing through 18,000 feet for 24,000 feet. We are through 20,000 feet now. Yeah, I know. SpiceJet has maybe no. SpiceJet has Airbus. I have flown in a A320 SpiceJet. What is the maximum altitude allowed for the pilot to fly the aircraft, and what happens if there's nothing as such. Each different aircraft have their own maximum altitudes. For example, for this aircraft it's 38,000 feet. Usually we don't fly over that. What happens if we fly over that? It can cause structural damage. Your viewers should know that. And yeah, the Mach speeds get very high. You can see that as we are climbing, even though our airspeed is same, our Mach speed keeps on increasing. So our Mach speed will be very high, so that can cause heating and structural damage. We don't fly at that kind of altitude. We're cleared to different altitudes. We ask the ATC what level we are cleared to. The ATC tells us to fly to that particular altitude, and we are kind of aware of what each aircraft has their maximum limit. There are some restricted places you are not supposed to fly over, and it's against the law. Do you know any info? Yes. There are restricted.
149er climb and maintain flight level 290.
There we go. 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 290, SpiceJet 149er.
We're climbing to 29,000 feet now. So, talking about restricted airspaces, the military airspaces, the Air Force spaces are not allowed for civilian aircraft. And when you're crossing countries, each country has their different rules, which is given in a map for pilots, which is in the aircraft. So we look at that map and we don't fly over that area. And while we're doing the flight planning itself, we usually try to avoid that area. And you need to have one thing which is very clear. The entire airspace is controlled by that country's particular air force. For example, if you're flying over India, it is controlled by Indian Air Force. Your aircraft also belongs to them. They can tell you to not to fly over an area, they can tell you to fly over an area, or they can tell you to land somewhere or not land somewhere. It's all in the Air Force's hands. So that's pretty much about the restricted airspaces. It's defined by each country and they have their different laws. And there are different restricted altitudes as well. For example, our civilian aircraft fly in something called as RVSM airspace. So we are allowed to fly at certain particular altitudes only. We cannot differentiate those altitudes. Okay, so we are climbing through 26,000 feet for 29,000 feet. We are about at a mark of 0.724. This aircraft, we don't fly more than a mark of 0.75, so I'm not going to let it fly more than that. Gaurav is a good pilot man, but then he got into a lot of issues which he could have avoided, so things happened there. I used to like his videos too. So I'll show you something. This is the chronometer, so we have 13 minutes from takeoff. He's a good pilot, I know that. The issue with the flap 3 and flap full landing is stupid as fuck. I can do a flap 3 landing or a flap full landing. For example, if Chennai is quite a long runway, I can do a flap 3 landing without any problem. That shouldn't be an issue at all. But at certain runways, it is a problem. For example, in Fall, as he told, right? So yeah, we're almost at cruising altitude. I'm gonna let the passengers use the seatbelt signs and no smoking signs can come off, and I'm gonna arm the emergency exits. Okay, and crew can start their services and there we go. That was the time. We're almost at the altitude what the ABC gave us. We're flying at quite a high airspeed. I'm going to try to bring it down first and then climb to our next. So before Butla,
SpiceJet 149er climb and maintain flight level 370.
he's given me altitude of 370 with 708. 370 is 37,000 feet. I'm going to acknowledge that first.
Climb and maintain flight level 370 SpiceJet 149er.
Okay, the Mach speed is very high. I don't want to do that. I hope you guys feel I am a good pilot. One day you guys might be flying in the aircraft. I'll be piloting and you guys might be passengers. Looking forward to that day. This is how it looks from the outside. That looks beautiful, man. I should have got that. It's quite beautiful. We are over the weather, so we don't have to worry about it. You can see the weather radar. Nothing is being shown up. So we have nothing to worry about. I don't know why the aircraft is choosing to climb. It's fine. It can take its time. We have to descend by Butla, so I'm just going to check that. Next is Tulna and then Butla. When we reach Butla, we'll have to be at 27,000 feet. I'm going to ask the cruising altitude decrease by
Chennai Center SpiceJet 149er. Request flight level 350.
SpiceJet 149er climb and maintain flight level 350.
And I have to bring my speed down a bit more. We are flying at a ground speed of about 450 nautical miles.
SpiceJet 149er, did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah, I heard you. SpiceJet 149er.
Climb and maintain flight level 350, SpiceJet 149er.
We'll start descending. It's a very short cruise time. Yeah, I'm gonna ask it.
Chennai Center SpiceJet 149er. Request flight level 330.
SpiceJet 149er climb and maintain flight level 330.
I'm going to show you the flight plans. So at Butla it should be at 240 feet, and Akubu at 17,000 feet.
SpiceJet 149er acknowledge last transmission.
It's fine. Okay.
Descend and maintain flight level 330 SpiceJet 149er.
SpiceJet 149er descend and maintain flight level 230.
I'm not sure why I've been told that. Then I'm going to do it anyways. 230 for SpiceJet.
Descend and maintain flight level 230 SpiceJet 149er.
I told you it's a very short flight from Bangalore to Chennai. We should be in Chennai very soon. We already started our descent into Chennai. There we go. We're starting our descent into Chennai. The aircraft slows it down and then starts it. Not sure why this. There, we are descending now. 2230. We might have a slight wind into Chennai. It might be a crosswind landing, but then autopilot is going to handle it till 500 feet, and then I'm going to take over for the final landing. Yep. But that's fine. We're going to be in Chennai in another 15-20 minutes maximum. It was a 40-minute flight. We are almost 20 minutes into the flight. Also, we had a good wind. We're almost into our descent phase. You don't have to worry about it. a very short flight. We just hit the cruise. We cruise for around 5 minutes, I guess. And then we're back on our descent. There are 230 as requested by ATC. We have a bit of weather, but that should not be a problem.
SpiceJet 149er descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Keep speed below 250 knots.
I'm going to do that. Yes. 250 and
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Keep speed below 250 knots. SpiceJet 149er.
13,000 feet. If a pilot reaches another country, will he stay there for some days or fly? That depends on what leg we're flying. For example, if you're flying to Dubai, sometimes we have a very short. We go there, we stay there for around 2-3 hours, and then we have a return flight. The flight gets maintained, and then they refuel, we fill in passengers, and we come back. But then sometimes we have something called as layovers. We go there and we stay there for maybe 2-3 days, and then come back on a different flight. We also have something called as deadheading. We pilots go as passengers to a country and then fly back another aircraft as a pilot. There's a lot of layovers. Layovers can happen not only in another countries. It can happen within a country itself. For example, if I'm flying from Bangalore to Delhi and then I don't have any other flight for the next 2 days, I'll have to stay in Delhi, right? So I stay in Delhi and then come back after 2 days. But then if I have a flight immediately, I can come back the same day as well. That I think that answers your question. Yeah. Let's see how it looks from outside. I know you guys can't see much. Flap extension speed. We are supposed to be at 17,000 feet, but then we're at 13,000 feet. That should be fine. And now we're descending through the starboard altitude. Passenger capacity on the A320 Neo, it's 190 maximum. But then, for example, if you take an airline like Indigo has a capacity of 180. It depends on what kind of seating arrangement they have. First class, business class, how they arrange it. It's different for different airlines. So yeah, that's how the seating capacity works. If you guys want different views, I'm just gonna. We don't have a lot of time. I just want to show you this. Let's go. Sorry for that.
SpiceJet 149er, you are 1,300 feet below your assigned altitude.
Sorry, man.
Climb and maintain 13,000 feet, altimeter 29.71. Niner, did you hear my last transmission?
I heard that.
Climb and maintain 13,000 feet, SpiceJet 149er.
And
SpiceJet 149er, contact Chennai approach on ONE 27.9er.
I'm gonna do that.
127.9er for SpiceJet
I
149er.
can cancel my aircraft.
Chennai approach SpiceJet 149er is at 10,500 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
SpiceJet 149er, Chennai approach, continue to MM507 as planned. Altimeter 29.71. SpiceJet 149er, contact Chennai Center on 118.9er.
At MM0.
Going to 118.9er, SpiceJet 149er. Chennai Center SpiceJet 149er is at 12,300 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Thanks, man. Thank you for that.
SpiceJet 149er, Chennai Center, continue to MN507
We're
as
almost
planned.
landing.
Altimeter 29.71.
Okay, altimeter set yes. We are almost 30 minutes. In another 10 minutes, we should be on the ground. At this point,
SpiceJet 149er, descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
Yeah, the ATC is doing a good job.
Descend and
Sometimes,
maintain 7,000 feet, SpiceJet 149er.
Okay, before we descend, I'm going to bring these speed down. We had a few hiccups in the stream. I forgot to extend the flaps during takeoff and all that. All that happens, and yeah, with the next few streams, we're gonna get better and we're gonna have better experiences. I have a question for you guys. Do you want to watch a international flight next time? Maybe Bangalore to Dubai. It's gonna be around 4-hour long stream if you guys want to watch it. Otherwise, we can do something like. Chicago to
SpiceJet 149er,
JFK?
contact Chennai approach on ONE 27.9er.
Or do you guys want to see something different like flying in Japan?
Going to 127.9er, SpiceJet 149er. Chennai approach SpiceJet 149er is at 10,900 feet, descending 7,000 feet.
SpiceJet 149er, Chennai approach, continue to MM501 as planned.
How are some pilots in times of emergency landed the aircraft on the ocean? It doesn't float. It doesn't float. It floats for a while and then it sinks. Not many pilots have done it. Water landings are very, very risky. They are trained to avoid it as much as possible. I think you've heard of, you're talking about Captain Sully, the miracle on the Hudson. That was a miracle. He ensured that all the passengers survived. It was a miracle. The aircraft doesn't float. It hits the water very hard, and because of the impact, the aircraft can rake and fuel can leak and it can catch fire. But then, in case we don't have any fuel, we can try it. But then it's called ditching. But ditching is a very last case scenario. There's an entire column for ditching. It's called the evacuation power column. We use these switches in case of a ditching, and they're ditching lights itself for the aircraft. But then it's very risky. we are at 7,000 feet. We should be descending to, next should be at 5,600 feet. I'm gonna wait, just gonna do this.
Chennai approach SpiceJet 149er. Cancel IFR at this time.
I'm gonna descend to
SpiceJet 149er IFR flight plan is cancelled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
Chennai Tower SpiceJet 149er is 9 miles southeast with Yankee to land.
SpiceJet 149er, Chennai Tower. Fly straight in runway 30. Altimeter 29.71 with comm.
Fly straight in runway 30 SpiceJet 149er.
no, I want 25. Just gonna change it. LS25. This one cancel. Yep, now the landing lights can come on. And take off and have the lights, big lights. We can just hover it off, stroke can come on. Run it off. Flaps. We are just over Chennai, bro. We'll be landing into Chennai in 2 minutes. Another 2 minutes, we'll be landing into Chennai. We have a lot of clouds, that's why I think you guys can't see the cloud. Okay. Chennai has a category 3 ILS system. Category 2, yeah, category 2 ILS system. It is a very good ILS system. You don't have to worry about it. Listen to 3000 feet. Extend the gear when flight can do barrel roll. Boeing 747 pilot once did a barrel roll when he was showcasing the aircraft. But it's very dangerous. With passengers, we never do it. With passengers on board, we never do a barrel roll. Turning it to final now. Once you're on final, we're going to turn on the okay, I can go flaps full, speed brake armed, medium, and all that is ready. We're almost fully configured. You can turn on my approach mode on anytime. Okay, I think I can turn on my approach mode. It's gonna, the autopilot is gonna intercept the localizer and flight path. When it's doing that, landing gear down. There we go. Landing gear is down. So yeah, that there over there is our runway. There, right there, you can see the launch control, and it's aligning itself. We're going to be landing at a speed of 140 knots. I'm just going to check you have a crosswind. We have a slight crosswind of about 10 knots. It shouldn't be a major issue at all. I'm going to go into the non-face camera and let you guys enjoy the landing. I can still talk to you guys, drop in your comments and chat. Okay, glide slope and localizer has been intercepted. I can bring down my speed to 150 knots. There we go. They're lined up perfectly. They're on the glide slope. Yeah, that's our radio altimeter call out. We can go into landing speed and fully configured. We have a landing speed, we're fully configured, and there I'm gonna let it autopilot till about 500 feet and then take over manual control and then land the aircraft.
149er cleared to land runway 30.
Yeah, I have the
Wind calm.
clearance. Okay, good. We have got landing clearance.
Clear to land runway 30 SpiceJet 149er.
Okay, just 1,000 feet. I'm gonna take off control at 500 feet. Simple views, right? 700 feet now. The 500 feet collar will come out anytime soon.
500.
My aircraft.
400. 300. 200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
SpiceJet 149er contact ground on ONE 21.9er.
Landed. Reverse thrust. Below 40 knots, manual braking, and then
121.9er SpiceJet 149er.
I'm going to exit the runway as soon as possible.
Chennai ground SpiceJet 149er taxi to the gate.
SpiceJet 149er taxi to gate 25 using taxiway cross runway 7 Bravo Alpha.
I'm going to exit the runway.
SpiceJet 149er acknowledge last transmission.
This is why we have two pilots, so that one of them can handle the
Taxiing to gate 25 via taxiway cross runway 7 Bravo Alpha
here
SpiceJet
over the
149er.
runway area. Okay, I'm gonna stop. No, I have to turn off the taxi. This can go to taxi. Nav and local lights. Wing lights can be on. Beacon can be on. Strobe to auto and off. Runway turn off lights can go off. No. Landing lights can go off. Okay, seatbelt signs can come off, and no smoking signs can come off. And crew can be told. Okay, and I'm gonna just refer the chart, and we'll go to the clearance was for taxi to gate 25. 25. I'm just gonna check where that's. And then you landed over here. Okay. taxi towards the gate and park myself. It's a good habit to turn off the weather radar, which I'm going to do now. The radar's off. Parking brake is set. I'll have to turn on my APUs. We don't have ground power available. We do have it. Then I'm going to go to ground power. Anyways, turn on my APUs and then turn off my engines, and then we're going to go. Just waiting for the flap of the message. Okay, flap off. APU can come on. Once the APU starts up, and then I'm going to turn off the engines once we have APU power available. Thanks for the landing, guys. It was a smooth landing, I agree. While landings some landings not so smooth because it depends, man. If there's a very short runway, we usually don't take the risk to make it a smooth landing. We'll have to pull it. We usually try to hit the point and then we're done with it. Some landings are again rough because of the pilots, and some landings are deliberately rough, and some landings it just happens. We can't. I mean, it depends on the mood of the pilots as well. Yeah. Okay, we're almost on APU power. I should have APU power available anytime soon. Once any of the engines are on, we are not going to let the passengers move anywhere. We are going to turn it off and then let them move. Okay, we have APU power. Yeah, APU power is available. I'm going to bring on APU bleeds, and then I'm going to turn off engine number 2. Now I can turn on my dome lights so that I can operate a bit better. Right. Okay. Oh, engine number 2 going off. There's engine 2 shutting down. Okay, engine 2 is off. Engine number 1 can come off. Again, the power is being transferred back to the APU. Okay, engines are off. I'm gonna ask for yeah. Now we have switched to ground power completely. I can turn off my APU as well. APU bleed can come off. Okay, we are completely on ground power. Not good to go. Okay, that should be. Our flight was for 53 minutes 34 seconds from runway to runway, I guess including the time. So we can deboard our passengers now. I'm going to do that. Yeah. And the baggage and the...
Chennai Ground SpiceJet 149er, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
SpiceJet 149er, the jetway is going to be connected.
Jetway is going to be connected and the passengers can deboard now. No, yeah, I feel this landing was quite smooth itself. Okay, its flaps will go up. And this is already done. Okay, on green we're good to go. I'm gonna turn the brightness off anyways. The flap should be retracted. Okay, we're good to go. The cockpit doors can open now. Parking brake is set. I'm gonna turn off the ground power. Batteries 1 and 2 can come off. Ground power can come off. We have a shutdown of the aircraft. That was a good flight. Thank you everyone for flying with SpiceJet 1499er from Bangalore to Chennai. This is your captain signing off. Yep. Go here and okay. I'll just turn off the game and then end the stream for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope the music is good now, and yep. Good night everyone. Thanks for joining in. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and please bring in more people. Let's grow this community, do some more fun flights and fun activities like the Dubai one, and we'll do a lot more flights. Looking forward to flying you guys in real life too. This is your captain signing off. Goodbye from the cast. Victor Delta Sierra Aviation, spread the name. Let's get people hungry. Good night.